my god, it's a gorgeous California day. Hey everyone! Hopping in the dusty ass car, gonna head over to Dad's and do some teachelectronics.com stuff and hang out. Here at my house we do not celebrate holidays in general, but it is 4th of July and I am a freedom fighter. I fight for freedom for all people. And basically we take usually about an hour and we sit down and we go, okay, what have we done so far and what are we needing to do next? Oh shoot, I need gas. Okay, first I'm going to stop for gas and then I'm going to go to Dad's. So you get to come along with me. And the soundtrack for most of my car trips these days, well, almost all of my car trips these days, you probably guessed it already, what my soundtrack is.
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean, by Providence impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar?
Yeah, so the first thing I do before I even get back on the road is I put my gas expenditure into my YNAB. YNAB, for those of you who don't know, and they're not paying me to say this, is youneedabudget.com, and they are helping me to get out of debt. So the way it works is instead of looking at my bank balance to decide if I have money to spend on something, I look at the budget that I myself created based on what my priorities are, and then when it comes time to buy something I can say to myself, well, does this line up with my priorities and am I going to buy it anyway? And some of the times I say yes, like the other day when I bought the kids some cute clothes at Torrid that I really couldn't afford, or would I rather be debt-free? So slowly, because I'm not using my credit cards anymore and because I'm paying more, not much more than the minimum amount on them, and I am using the YNAB plan to get debt-free, I'm already, my balances are going down instead of up.
And when he was 10, his father spent full of it, debt-ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead, sitting in their own sick, the sun thick, and Alex got better, but his mother went quick.
So the food blog is back up and running. I need to put a post up today because today is Monday, but it is Independence Day, so I'm not going to be too mad at myself if it happens later tonight. But I'm back. I'm doing my mom food cooking. When I went back to college to finish my bachelor's degree in 2011, I kind of just let it languish. But I really loved doing it, and I loved sharing my mom's recipes and food ways and folk ways with the world. So I'm really glad to be back to that. I made some sloppy joes last week and some chicken livers the week before, and this week, I don't know. We'll see. We're going to make something fun. There's hardly any traffic out here today. Swap meet's closed. Just got cut off by a red Kia. Okay, don't cut people off. Be nice. Kind of took a couple days off. Friday was my anniversary, and Friday night we had like a steak dinner, and then I ate all the things with people from about Friday night till Saturday afternoon. I pretty much just ate everything that wasn't nailed to the floor, and I enjoyed it immensely, and I totally recommend having an all the foods day whenever the hell you want, because you're a grown-up, and I'm grown up, and I wanted all the food, and then I felt kind of icky because I'm not used to eating all that food with all that fat and all those fried things. So I'm not accustomed to it anymore. It's okay. No guilt, no shame. It is kind of fun once in a while to just say, I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want, and just eat whatever the hell you want. And I like it better when I manage to like not then keep eating after I stop wanting the thing, which is, it's an issue sometimes. Doesn't happen that often, but so I felt a little bit hungover on Saturday morning. Not terrible, but a little bit hungover. So I'm glad it's not something that I do all that often, but let me tell you, you are an adult person. Your body is your body. You get to put whatever the hell in it that you want. have cake for breakfast and deep fried burritos for lunch, and you are allowed. I'm giving you permission. Just tell people and say, Serene gave me permission. This part of the freeway makes that noise. Cute Poetry used to call it the souls of the damned. It makes that moaning sound. But anyway, back to permission. If you need permission to eat whatever the hell you want, you tell everyone that Serene said you have my permission. Now, I know, because I've been there, that you're afraid that you'll never stop eating. I am here to tell you it always ends. You can call it a binge if you want. I'm not even going to call it that. When you're eating a lot, there's usually a reason. Usually it's comforting, or it's a relief from being so controlled all the time, or you're sick and you really just need kind of to feel in control of things, or whatever. So, or sometimes you just do it mindlessly because you're in the mood to just sort of recreationally eat. Whatever you're doing, it won't last forever. The longest it ever lasts for me, or lasted for me, I should say, because now it never lasts more than a few meals. But in the old days, it would last, is when you get into this shame cycle, this sort of spiral where you're so ashamed of what you've done that you figure, well, fuck it, I'm just going to eat whatever I get my hands on. And that makes it so much worse. So when I'm in a mood to eat all the things, thank you, Hyperbole and a Half, by the way, clean all the things, eat all the things. When I'm in the mood to eat all the things, I just let myself. Sometimes I sit and say, do I really want to do this? No, I don't really want to do this. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I really want to do this. Let myself do it. Tell myself the truth, which is this will end. And it's all right to do this until it ends, until you feel, oh, okay, that was satisfying. I got that out of my system. Stress eating works. Don't let people tell you that if you eat, you will not solve your stress. At least temporarily, it works. And then they say, but you add more stress because of all the guilt and shame. So don't do the guilt and shame. Just do the stress eating. Let it work. Oh, I just passed a cop and I was going kind of fast. I just didn't notice because I was talking to y'all. I was going like 72 on a 65 zone. Okay, he didn't follow me, but I may be getting my first ever speeding ticket. Oh, well, that's stressful. I don't feel like I need to eat over it right now, but, I'm reserving the right. But stress eating works, and it works because of all kinds of hormones. I think one of them is cortisol, but I'll look it up. All kinds of hormones that your body releases into your system when you eat that calm you and that make you feel, I think, a little sleepy, which makes it a lot like drugs. And so I often say food is my drug of choice, but I don't mean that in a, hi, my name is Serena, I'm a food addict kind of way. I feel better after I've eaten a lot. One of the reasons that I eat a low-fat diet most of the time is because I can eat a lot and still feel okay. It's all about feeling okay to me. It's about feeling good. It's about having energy. It's about my heart not doing its crappy thing that it does when I'm eating a lot of fat. Eating a lot feels good for most people. Well, for a lot of people. And I refuse to act like I'm some kind of robot who doesn't need to feel good. So, anyway, you have my permission. Eat a lot when you feel like it. So I have no idea how many fat grams I ate on Friday or Saturday, and that's fine. It's not an all or nothing kind of a deal. I don't get demerit points for having a day where I go over the number of fats. Just most days I'm in my fat range. I'm under my 45 grams, and that's fine. My heart feels better. I feel more energetic when I'm not all loaded down. And it's not a moral judgment. It's fine. It's fine to eat more. It's even fine to feel kind of run down some days. There's no morality in your health. So I do not buy the whole idea that your health is the only thing that's valuable about you, or that whole, your health is the main thing you should be working on. No, be a good person. Be a good person. Make that the main thing that you work on. And thus ends the lecture. Anyway, I'm trying to be a good person, trying to have fun, trying to have a good life, and when I feel better, it helps me with that. But when I don't feel better, I'm not a bad person for that. Like I said.
Showtime, yo, I'm John Lawrence in the place to be. 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Those red coats don't want it with me, cause I will pack, chicka black, these cops till I'm free.
I really credit my friend Firecat Steph, who is not on Spark People, but is in a lot of my other online spaces, and who I miss very much, and who used to be my local friend in the Bay Area for some value of local. I credit her with waking me up maybe 10 or 15 years ago to the concept of healthism. And it's big in the fat acceptance community. There's a health at every size movement, which I support, but which is part of this idea that it's okay to be fat as long as you're healthy. Or it's okay to be thick as long as you can run a marathon. Or that there's these virtuous fatties out there who are okay because they do yoga or they work out a lot. You're okay if you're fat. You're okay as a human being. You deserve respect. You're beautiful. And you don't need to be healthy in order to be worthwhile. And you're not a better person if you're healthy. You can be a better person. Good. Be a better person. But you don't have to be healthy to be a better person. So it's ableist to act like health equals worth. And I won't go there. So I like being healthy. It feels better. But it doesn't make me a better person. Okay, we have arrived at Dad's house. So, okay, see you soon. I just drove for about a mile with my parking brake on. So that's good. I have that going for me.
Look around, the revolution's happening in New York. Work. It's bad enough Daddy wants to go to war. He was shouting in the square. It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore. Like he has in the air. Look around, Angelica, remind me what we're looking for.
As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor. I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I am either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up. I will fight for this land, but there's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up. Understand, it's the only way to rise up. Rise up. Here he comes. Here comes the general.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here comes the general.
the moment you've been waiting for.
Here comes the general.
Pride of Mount Vernon,
Here comes the general.
George Washington.